am so happy and thrilled to be here with my good friend Leslie Rios today. He's got some pictures, you've seen them already on the page earlier this week, and I am at the, where are we at, Leslie?
Santa Mateo Schoolhouse.
All right, Santa Mateo Schoolhouse in Santa Mateo Canyon, and this picture is kind of what got me started hanging out with Leslie and working with him 20 years ago and living on the dime. Leslie showed me this picture, his grandfather Luis Estrada and some of his compatriots working on the railroad out in Beaumont. So Leslie, tell me, well, first a little about this picture, what you know about it.
Well, this photo right here, my grandma had it put away in a tin box for years, and as a child, she told me this picture was going to mean a lot in the future. I didn't understand it. My grandpa was just a railroad worker, and to me as a kid, it didn't really mean much to me until later I grew up. But this is my grandfather, Luis Estrada. He worked in the railroad in Beaumont from 1913 to 1947 in Beaumont, and he raised his family there in a section house. The section house was a railroad community housing for the families. And
let's take a look over here. We're talking about section house. Let's take a look at the section house. You got a picture, don't you? There it is. There they are. So and this is your grandfather, your family.
That's the family there.
Oh, cool.
The Estrada family, my grandma, grandpa, and my daddy, and Luis Estrada and his family.
So you were telling us about the section houses. A little more about that.
The section houses, each town had a railroad group of men. Beaumont was known as Section House 41. And they were like small, like a labor camp for the families where he raised his family. And that labor camp was not any further than 15 feet from the railroad tracks. So,
do you know where your grandfather came from in Mexico?
My grandfather came from Silao, Guanajuato, Mexico in 1912 in December.
Yeah, I know a lot, like back then the railroads are just taking entire families and go and bring an entire family over to work. Is that what happened, or did your grandfather come by himself?
He came by himself with his sister.
Okay, with his sister,
and he later, well, very shortly he met my grandmother's father, Rafael Lira, who was also a railroad man in Colton. So he met Rafael Lira, and he introduced him to the railroad here in Beaumont, got a job in Beaumont, and introduced my grandmother.
And so, about the time we met, something really cool was going on with your family and local history, and it resulted in this. Tell us a little about Luis Estrada Road.
Luis Estrada Road, well, shortly, I did a presentation for the Historical Society on the Estrada family, a railroad family, and that was in 2000. Then from there on, in July 2001, the city of Beaumont wanted to rename a street near the railroad tracks, and I submitted my grandfather's name, Luis Estrada Road, giving it a railroad theme. Also being historic awareness of the neighborhood of the barrio that's next to the railroad tracks. And it was chosen, and his name was selected, and on the day of the ribbon cutting, prior to that, I put a program together, a ceremony including other railroad families to be honored. So I gathered 70 railroad families from Beaumont, Banning, throughout the Pass area. And these are the names of families that were honored that day with my grandfather. So not only my grandfather Luis Estrada was honored, these families were honored as part of the community and being part of the Luis Estrada Road celebration. So
one more quick question, because you and I have known each other for a long time, and when we met, you were collecting these materials together, and it's just come such a long way, and you're known for your work in the past history. What would you say motivated you to do this and to continue doing it?
Just want to know more about my family roots. I want to know more about my grandfather. I knew he was a railroad worker, and I didn't realize how important it was. More of the neighborhood. I knew that a lot of the railroad families were there where I lived, about 50 families, and I just wanted to discover more about my history.
Thank you very much, Leslie. Really appreciate all the work you've done for your community.